Wake up, kids, it's Joe and Nick for your weekend vacation. Grab your stool, squat on down for crappy animation. Let the gang's dumb commentary prop open your eyelids and watch some TV shows that have aged even worse than they did. So fill your bowls, use your spoons, it's Shaturday morning cartoons.
Happy Saturday,
Happy
everybody!
Saturday, everybody!
Woohoo!
Welcome to Shaturday Morning Cartoons, where we watch shows that were shat out from the 60s to the 90s to help impressionable kids form their understanding of the world around them, but really to sell cereals and toys. I'm George, the wacky neighbor of the Found Footage Festival guys, Nick and Joe, who are here with us as
Hi.
always.
Yeah. Hello.
And rounding out the group today is fan favorite and the only one of us who actually deserves to be here, cartoon expert Professor Caitlin McGurk of the Billy Ireland Cartoon Library and Museum in Columbus, Ohio. Gang, let's talk zany cereals and or wacky mugs.
I'm keeping up the Joe's Fun Mugs because this is a bottomless well. I ordered a coffee table book not too long ago about the Atwater neighborhood of Los Angeles. It's this quirky neighborhood. It's where Albertina and I currently live. And they sent this mug along with it. One of the photos from the coffee table book.
Oh, it's a wiener. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wiener drawn onto
Onto an
a
air conditioner or something?
No, it's a car windshield.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So
It's a little racy for Saturday, but I
it's a little
agree.
racy.
It's great.
Yeah, it's a little racy, but yeah, but it's a fun mug. There's no denying that.
Well,
Absolutely.
I had an idea. This is a completely original thought because I sugary cereals. I'm taking a little break. And just so I have a new segment called Nick's Cool Cups. Just thought of this idea on my own and had no help with it, but. You know how you always need a beverage with your morning cereal, part of this nutritious breakfast.
Right.
Well, this cool cup is I found at a thrift store on Long Island. It's ET Extra Terrific Student. This is one of my top cool cups. I want to be buried with this like King Tut. So.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm calling Anderson, our lawyer, right now, and you guys go ahead and continue talking. But I'm going to be
all right. I've got him on retainer as well.
Okay.
I'm clearly the only person still doing the cereal, and I have berry super loops just because super loops is really fun to say, and because we're watching something with superheroes in it. So, but they're really actually quite good. But they just look like Cheerios that have been like airbrushed or something. So yeah.
Yeah. You know, I never trust Kashi. They try to make it look like it's fun, like, oh, it's berry, it's sugary.
Yeah, it's super
no, it's
loops.
not.
Yeah.
No, Kashi, you're fooling nobody.
Yeah, a little disappointing, but
No.
Today, I'm eating no cereal because I want to show you the inside of this magnificent bowl. We've shown these previously, but we now have information on who actually made these.
That's right. Now, George, I reached out because I was like, I can't remember who gave us those. I think there was somebody in Chicago. No, it was David Forniff. He gave us those in at our show in Brooklyn, and his ex, who he's still good friends with, Maddie, actually made those for us, hand thrown and glazed in the Saturday Morning Cartoons colors. And Maddie's Instagram is at Grin and Barrett, Berit Design. So check out Maddie's stuff. Amazing work, and we're very thankful to have our own bowls.
I wonder if we can like pay Maddie to like make like, I don't know, 25 of them or so. I feel like that's how many viewers we have, right? Everybody gets their own.
Dwindling
At
every
least.
week, yeah.
Yeah.
We can, maybe we can come up with
Let's
some
talk to
sort of
Maddie about
arrangement.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to watch an episode of Defenders of the Earth, which actually ran in syndication, not Saturdays, but we can put that aside today. You may or may not have any memory of this show, but to give you some background, here is a commercial of the toy line that it inspired.
Defenders of the Earth. They got here just in time because evil Ming the Merciless is about to turn the Earth into a frozen snow cone. Until the arrival of Flash Gordon, American hero.
I'll melt Ming's muscle.
Flash's laser works, and Mandrake and Phantom give Ming a 1-2 punch.
Ming, you're all wet.
Defenders of the Earth action figures with Power Punch sold separately from Galoob.
Defenders of the Earth.
Wow.
Galoob.
Wait,
Love the loop.
does anybody
loop.
actually punch like this? Like, isn't that the way Jacko appeared in the Energizer commercials in the 80s?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think I've never been in a
Nice
fight, but
reference.
if I was, I think I would fight that way. Kind of
I could see you
bushwhacker
doing that.
style. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And you
That's
just
why-
like pound them into the ground, right?
Yep.
Like
With
they're
my
nail.
With my
And-
action
yeah.
fists.
All right, so Defenders of the Earth is a cartoon that brought together 3 venerable comic strip characters that fight in a desperate battle to save the planet from the threat of not being able to monetize aging intellectual property. I mainly remember these comic strips as ones I would skip on the way to Bloom County, but these characters were beloved in their heyday. On paper, they were a very formidable team. You've got Mandrake the Magician, who first appeared in a comic strip created by Lee Falk in 1934. Now, comic book historians often cite Mandrake as the first superhero crime fighter. Mandrake is a magician, so he could do whatever the plot needed him to do. Change shape, fly. Here he makes a guy inflate like a balloon. Is that a power? Sure. And his sidekick
I like the
was
artwork a lot.
I like how fancy he is.
He's a magician.
Yeah, that's true.
His
That's
sidekick
not
was
bad.
Lothar, an African prince with superhuman powers, and here he is in his less problematic makeover several decades after his introduction. The character appeared in radio shows, movies, comics, and the comic strip lasted until 2013. Now, that's just one part of this tripod of power. Then you've got tripod. The Phantom was created in 1936, also by Lee Falk. He was a mysterious avenger who seemingly had been fighting crime in Africa for centuries, but was actually the 21st person to assume the name and costume. He was the first crime fighter to have a skin-tight costume and have eyes that weren't visible through the mask. And that influenced a lot of later superheroes. And one cool thing is he had this ring with a skull shape, and whenever he would punch somebody, that shape would be engraved on their face.
That's awesome. That's a cool
Wow.
gimmick.
The Phantom was in movies in 1943 and in 1996.
Wait, back up.
Yeah.
I mean, like they could have found a stronger guy, couldn't they? I guess
This is 1943. All the strong guys were over in Europe fighting.
Okay, yeah.
This is the one guy
Right.
who got sent back for other reasons. And then there was this. I don't remember if it was a hit or not. I wasn't really paying attention in the mid-90s.
I was working at Blockbuster when this came out. We just had a wall of like 700 copies of the Phantom. I don't think it was that popular.
I remember
Right.
seeing the trailer all the time at Blockbuster, but never actually seen the movie.
I think
Well,
the
even though-
cover was a lenticular, so it kind of like they're trying to get people to
yeah.
You can't get this VHS knowledge on other shows
No.
that are covering
Mhm.
old cartoons. So the creator died in 1999, but somehow the strip is still running, as if it's, a phantom is in control. Now, best known of these 3 is Flash Gordon. This is a sci-fi adventure strip that was created by Alex Raymond a little bit earlier in 1934. Flash is a human being who ends up on the planet Mongo to fight Ming the Merciless, a stereotypical villain capitalizing on East Asian paranoia of the era. And it's one of the most important comic strips and was a big influence on like comic books and media that followed. For example, the first Batman, this is Detective Comics 27, the art was actually kind of, I don't know if it was traced or just drawn. That pose is taken directly from a Flash Gordon comic. But it also points out that Bob Kane, the creator of Batman, was a big rip-off artist. That's just
Take a drink.
editorializing
George found
kind
a
of-
way to work Batman in.
You know it. And Flash Gordon was in movies, and the strip is still in reprints. Now, Professor McGurk, I understand you're a fan of Flash Gordon. Is that correct?
Oh, great timing.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
I love Flash Gordon. I love Buck Rogers, who Flash Gordon was like kind of invented to compete with. So Buck Rogers was the first of this kind and was created by a talented but somewhat less talented cartoonist as Alex Raymond. He was like the best. But Dick Calkins created Buck Rogers, which had been like in 1920s pulp magazines and stuff, and then became a comic strip in the 20s. And then William Randolph Hearst, who had King Features, wanted to compete with the popularity of Buck Rogers, and so hired Alex Raymond to make sort of a rip-off of it, which was Flash Gordon, and then it just totally overshadowed it and became like a million times more popular. but yeah, it's one of the greatest, and inspired Flesh Gordon, of course, a much beloved sex parody of my youth.
See, I'm more familiar with that.
And Flesh Gordon too.
Yeah,
we might be having some Flesh Gordon might be appearing a little later in the episode.
Oh,
a little teaser.
Okay.
I saw Flesh Gordon at way too young of an age, which explains a lot about the career trajectory. But yeah, and we wouldn't have Star Trek or Star Wars or any of those things without Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers.
Well, there's also the movie in the 80s, the Flash Gordon movie that I loved. I think it was like 86. It was probably around the time of this cartoon when it came out. Because the soundtrack for that is so good. Listen to that soundtrack for Flash Gordon. Queen did the whole soundtrack. So
yeah, it's awesome.
Start to finish, it's so good.
Yeah. And what else?
I think that movie
say?
was 1980.
They
was it 80?
Yeah.
Wait, not Flash Gordon, but the other two, Phantom and Mandrake, were in something else that we watched, The Man Who Hated Laughter.
Yes, that's right.
This is their second appearance on Shaturday. And I'll also mention, because this is like a recent thing, that Dave Sim, who is the creator of Cerebus, just put out a book that's called something like The Mysterious or The Strange Death of Alex Raymond, because the creator of Flash Gordon died in a very weird way that has never been fully proven, whether or not it was suicide or an accident or what it was. And now there's a whole graphic novel dedicated to his mysterious death.
So since all three strips were distributed by King Features, Flash Gordon, the Phantom, Mandrake, and Lothar were duct taped together in 1986 for one season of 65 episodes of generic action-packed fun.
One season of 65 episodes?
Right.
That's enough for like 10 seasons.
10 years. Yeah.
Yes.
The show also included their sons and the Phantom's daughter, and of course a tiny, unintelligible alien sidekick. As you can tell, there are already way too many characters.
Please tell me it's Welker.
You know what? I don't think he's in this. But on the other hand, since this was probably one of the more diverse cartoons of the 80s, which is saying something since the three lead guys were white. But still, set in the distant future of 2015, the team fought Ming the Merciless, who was reworked into a more palatable, less racist version. And the show inspired a comic book, which I remembered buying off the rack, coloring book, a card game, which Nick probably has, a Commodore 64 and Amiga game, which got really bad reviews, and plenty of toys. But it's hardly as well remembered as even some of the worst cartoons of the era. Do you remember this at all, or?
No.
I have no recollection of this cartoon at all.
Okay, well.
You said it was syndication, or was
yes.
it? Okay, so it wasn't on some channel. It was just on whatever channel would take it.
I think that's what. I think that's how you define syndication.
Yeah. You guys want this?
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Our football game was preempted because it didn't sell out. You want to put on Defenders of the Earth?
This is the first episode. It's 100% all exposition. And let me warn you, it's pretty heavy.
Defenders of the Earth. Defenders. Out of the sky, his rockets ignite. Jets into battle like
my favorite Overlord song.
Lord of the jungle, the hero who stalks. The beasts call him brother, the goes to war. Defenders of the Earth. Defenders. Master of magic spells and illusion. Enemies crumble in fear.
Oh, George, your band has to cover this.
Mandrake. Defenders of the Earth. Defenders. His strength is a legend. His skills conquer all. Armed with his power, we never will fall.
I love the singer.
Raspy as hell.
With our new young heroes,
he's really going for it.
For become 8, defending the Earth. Defenders of the Earth. Defenders. Defenders of the Earth.
I want to hear Reese sing that, or hero from Australia. Wow.
We should really stop it now.
What was that? It looked like a spacecraft. Hurry!
The door is sprung. I'll rip it off.
Wait, Lothar.
What were they doing before that happened? What were they doing in the house before?
That's behind a paywall.
Playing cards or something?
You're watching
dinner.
Flash Gordon.
It's Flash Gordon.
Let's get him into the house. Flash, my friend, you must not exert yourself.
But my wife and son are prisoners of Ming the Merciless.
Ming?
His home planet of Mongo is dying from the lack of resources. He plans to leave Mongo and invade
exposition.
the Earth. I came to warn
Here we
you,
go.
but my ship was chased and shot down by Ming's ice robots.
You must rest, my friend.
By his ice
What?
robots.
They don't teach stuff like this in science class.
Sounds like science fiction, Kushin. Nothing like that could ever.
Ice robots.
Yes.
We have pursued the golden-haired visitor to this hovel. We are to return him to our leader, Ming the Merciless.
Why does he just make him disappear?
I see no visitor here. And neither do you.
Then what is that spacecraft doing outside?
It appears to be taking off.
Is this your card?
It's taking off.
It hasn't moved. I hypnotized your pursuers into believing that you flew off. They're chasing after it right now.
LJ, you're late again. One of these days you'll be sorry.
Hey, Pop, I'm sorry now. It looks like you guys saw more action than I did.
My leader, Garax and the ice robots are reporting in.
Oh, I like the voice.
Flash Gordon has eluded them.
Flash Gordon's wife and son are still
Wife and son.
He will return for his family, or his family will lead us to him. Bring the prisoners before me, without delay.
Yes, my lord, Ming.
I mean, so far, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Don't be afraid, Rick. Your father will come back to help us.
Rick.
Stay where you are, Rick. I have a plan.
The visitor.
He's calling him Rick.
She's gone.
Blast it open.
Rick! Rick, get down! Rick.
That was close. Or my name isn't Rick.
Run, Rick!
I'm not going without you, Mom.
Rick 'em, Rick.
You must save yourself.
Rick.
Quickly.
Rick them in
Come back
half.
for you.
Oh, we're like 3 Ricks away from having a Rick montage.
Yeah.
We must find him. Search the area.
Look for the one called Rick.
Oh, Rick! Rick!
Where the Rick am I going?
Come out, wherever you are, Rick.
What?
Oh boy.
Frank.
Okay, I get the idea. You're friendly. Now cut it out.
He's
Ouch.
kind of got a Karen haircut.
Does.
Wants to speak to Rick's manager.
Where is everybody? Where's your
Who's
mom
also
and Dad?
named Rick?
I know how you feel, little guy. Sure wish I knew where my father is.
Ooh.
I'm sure glad you're feeling better, Mr. Gordon.
I don't believe it. It's gotta be one of your tricks, Mandrake.
It's no illusion.
Just a little elbow grease. And some knowledge of astral mechanics. How about taking...
I like the idea of Lothar and Mandrake going out to dinner in their respective attire.
Yeah.
They really...
Yeah.
They just have their thing and they're going for it.
Right.
For a test run.
I wish he was more of like a Chris
bet
Angel kind of
To
magician.
Mongo to rescue my family and stop Ming.
See, I wish he was more of a
before
Doug
he leaves for
Henning.
Earth.
Oh yeah?
We thought you'd never ask.
Power of illusion.
Kishin, you'll stay behind and finish your homework.
I don't understand why he just doesn't do everything magically. Just like magically make the kids smart. So he doesn't have to do the homework.
You gotta pad out a half hour.
Yeah.
We've gotta find my mother before Ming does something horrible to her. It's Ming's pet!
That's not Welker. The guy did his homework.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet Welker's pissed.
Mongo, come here. We have work to do. Either you will tell me
They
where
go with the
Flash
old like
Gordon
movie
is
serial
hiding,
style wipes
or
too.
I will activate the Inquisitor and drain you of the information I want.
Very
and
She-Ra
your
like.
life force as well. So
Tila
you
like.
choose to remain silent. Mongo, activate the Inquisitor. Now you will tell me everything.
No! No!
Rick!
That's part one. What do you think so far?
I love it.
What's gonna happen to
The
her?
worst.
What's gonna happen to her side ponytail? Is it gonna be affected by the Inquisitor? That's
Are
what
her
I wanna
collars
know.
going to stay up, or will they fall back down? Who knows?
I like the ice robots.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, so we usually watch commercials here, right?
Yeah.
I have no transition. So I remembered some animated Levi's ads from the 80s and decided to look for wild animation in commercials. And let me tell you, these exceeded my expectations.
Yes.
So watch the following, and my apologies in advance to Nick.
Oh no.
Saturday morning cartoons will be right back.
Oh, Elton John. What it's going to be. That's cool.
It's almost like the Gerald Scarf Pink Floyd The Wall.
Captain Fantastic, the new album by Elton John. From the end of the world to your town. Beyond belief.
Wow.
What if man had turned out differently? Then where would he wear Levi's Stay Press slacks? Or Levi's fashion jeans?
Philosophical.
Would he put Levi's herringbone on his fins? Levi's stripes on his wings? How could he enjoy Levi's flares?
Whoa.
With Dacron polyester. What would he put in the pockets of our Stay Press bush jeans? What would he do with Levi's hopsack? Come to think of it, if man had turned out differently, would there even be a Levi's? There would have been no 1850 gold rush, no man named Levi Strauss, no
The
need
hell is
for him
going
to
on
invent
here?
the world's toughest
Now
pair
they
of
just show
pants.
how good your butt looks in jeans. That's what
Men,
commercials are
we're
now.
glad you walk on two
not-
legs.
Wondering if mankind
Otherwise,
turned out
you'd
different.
never get the chance to wear a pair
I'm
of
freaking
Levi's.
out.
Whoa.
The hell was that?
When hippies got jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Being aware of the non-ending condition of our radically non-logical, necessary, and yet free and responsible nature.
Glory,
Sounds like
stupid
Weekends.
orc in the tail on the funk game.
Ralph
This
Bakshi?
is the Big Bang from Parliament on Casablanca Record and Film Works.
It's the ultimate bubble. Bubblicious. It's the ultimate bubble.
I think I remember this one.
It's the ultimate bubble.
It's about.
So delicious. It's the ultimate bubble. It's the ultimate bubble. Bubblicious. The ultimate bubble. Bubblicious.
This is for Pop Tarts.
Now that you
Frank
have acquired the
Frazetta.
power, my son, you must swear to me by the sacred sword of Jovan that you will use the power only for good, never for evil. Jovan's sex appeal aftershave alone. Remember, never for evil.
Wow.
Now back to Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh man.
Now, can you
Those were
guess
great.
what cartoon that we watched in the history of Saturday morning cartoons that the director of that last commercial also made?
Fonzie and the Gang.
We haven't watched Thundar yet. We haven't watched anything He-Man related. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of.
The answer is the Emmy-winning Ziggy's Gift. Richard Williams.
Ah, Of course.
Yeah.
So many similarities.
And as Caitlin observed, the art design was by Frank Frazetta, comic book legend.
One of the other ones looks like it could have been Von Baudet. They were all very, like underground comics influenced, and it was great.
I gotta say, like the the modern animation, they can do it cheaper now because it's all like Flash and stuff, but it just looks cheap. There's no like unique, like hand-drawn style anymore with televised animation. It's kind of crappy.
I want to see the sweat of overworked, underpaid foreign animators on the cells, or I don't buy what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Well, I wondered if like that Parliament one, was that like, did that take them like a year and a half to make? Probably. Like it was so involved, and yeah, I don't know.
Wow. All right, so
let's
watch
segue. Let's segue into.
It makes you wonder whatever happened on Defenders of the Earth.
Yes, nice.
We normally play the second half of the cartoons after the commercials, right?
Stop! Release her! Now!
It is too late, Rick Gordon.
No!
Rick looks like he has an olive on his belt.
An onion on his belt.
After him, Mongo.
Keep accentuating his cute butt.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Those pants leave very little to the imagination.
His eyes are up there.
The master alarm. We're under attack.
Ming's palace is directly below.
Little Karen.
And his robo-ships are directly above.
I ordered this with dressing on the side.
Without a fight. Uh-oh. Looks like Ming's got an unfair advantage.
Very well. I'll even up the odds with a bit of mass hypnosis.
Lots of thinking out loud, too.
Very well.
So much thinking out loud.
First one, and now 5. But how?
More thinking out loud.
He's already seen Mandrake's magic. Shouldn't be surprised.
Mandrake could easily just make them all disappear, but he's not doing that.
Now I have you.
Have they gone mad?
Instead, he killed millions.
My own forces are destroying the palace. Octon, prepare my new throne room for immediate departure. My invasion of Earth must begin immediately.
I fear we are too late.
What was that?
Flash?
George, can you go back?
Wherever
Say that again.
Where-
keep going.
wh-
Keep going. Keep going.
Right
Right there.
there.
Right there. No, wait, right here. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
This is the frame you'd like?
Like, what is he doing?
What isn't he doing?
What is he supposed to be doing?
Mourning.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just got a lot less sexy.
It's an interesting way to mourn there, Flash.
He's trying mouth to groin resuscitation.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I fear we are too late.
Wherever you go, Ming, I will find you.
All of us.
Forever.
And I will stop you.
For you, Mom.
With all the
That's the first character that's died on any cartoon we've watched.
Is she dead?
Yeah.
She's got to come back.
Really?
Mandrake's going to do some sort
Yeah, I
of
feel
mumbo
like she-
jumbo.
We'll see.
All right.
hiding places on Earth.
I mean,
It'll
I'll
be
tip my
nearly
hat to him if
impossible
they
to
actually
locate
kill off
me.
the character.
No matter where he chooses to hide, I'll find him.
Masks are unconstitutional. I can wear one.
What is that?
This crystal was part of Ming's Inquisitor.
I proclaim this ice station Earth. Here in the Arctic, where the icy temperatures will sustain
Ice
our
robots.
technology, you will begin construction of my new headquarters. Yes, sire. Octon, Flash Gordon's son will begin school shortly.
What's his
that
name,
secret,
sir?
and I will find.
That would be
bully
Rick.
My head spins to think of how many places on Earth Ming can hide.
We need the help of someone with the senses of a
Cleveland.
jungle animal to sniff out this space pirate.
Yeah, but where do we find someone
Some of
like
that
that?
globe.
I know just the someone
Yeah.
we need.
A lot of
Ghost
landmass.
who walks.
Ah, the Phantom.
Hopefully we're not too far from the legendary Skull Cave, the home of the Phantom.
Yeah. So what do you think?
It's like Maud Flanders. Yeah, they just killed off, I guess, the one central female character, except for the Phantom's pieces owner.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it. It was
action-packed.
It was the right amount of shatty that I like for this show. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
What is the right amount of shatty? Like what are the units of measurement for shaddiness?
11 Ricks, 3 ice robots.
The perfect recipe.
I would say, like, if you get to a Poochie level, you've gone too far. You've gone too shatty. But I
Dial
feel
it
like
back.
this is right at the bar of shaddiness that we're looking for on this show. So, nice work, George.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are going to play a game. So there was the 1980 Flash Gordon. There was the 1974 Flesh Gordon, a sex comedy, a romp, I believe, and as it says on the poster, not to be confused with the original Flash Gordon. But I wanted to quiz you guys on things that were either in one or the other of the films, or in neither of them, in a game called Flash, Flesh, or Flush.
Okay.
Basically,
I like it.
I'm going to give you a fact, and the idea for this came from the idea was Caitlin, so but she has not seen these questions. This is a completely fair game.
Flesh, Flash, or Flush?
That's yes.
Okay. And then do we just blurt it out, or do we?
Yes. Craig T. Nelson appeared in this film.
I'm going to say Flash.
I'll say Flesh. I'll go Flesh. Why not?
I'm sorry. So what do we have?
Wait, can I ask you a question about Flesh Gordon? Is it like, did the show, like, is it the show going in, like, is it like
No.
is it like hardcore?
It was rated X, but no, they don't show.
It wasn't
like,
hard.
It's harder than you'd think it'd be, where you're like, this isn't really funny. It's just kind of,
It's pretty porny.
It's pretty
And it's
porny. Yeah, but
it's pretty porny. Like,
Oh
okay.
yeah, it was rated X. I saw it when I was like 14. Yeah. It's a lot going
What
on.
was the situation with that? How did you see that when you were?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hanging out with older kids.
rented it by accident. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, let's watch a sexy sci-fi movie.
Basically.
So
I'm saying Flash. Joe's saying
so
Flash.
we got two flashes and a flesh. The answer is Flesh.
Yes.
Craig T. Nelson appeared in the movie Flesh Gordon. He wasn't actually in it. He did the voice. This is true. The Great God Porno.
Oh,
An
interesting.
Okay.
Is it on his IMDb, or did he bury that?
It is. Question 2. Nominated for a Hugo Award for Best Dramatic Presentation. Flash, Flesh, or Flush?
Wait, what is
I'm gonna say
Flush?
Neither.
Oh, okay. Flush.
I'll say Flash.
The answer is Flesh. Flesh Gordon was nominated for a Hugo Award for Best Dramatic Presentation.
Wow.
1975.
Did everybody lose their mind that year?
No, it had a cult following. Roger Ebert said, "Is it fun? Yeah, sort of. It is."
I'm
I'll
gonna
say Flash.
I'm going to say Flash this time.
I'm gonna say Flash.
It was in fact Flash Gordon.
0 for 3.
2.
Features a character named Dr. Flexi Jerkoff.
Flash.
Gotta be Flash.
I'll go Flush on this because I feel like this is a trick one.
The answer is Flash Gordon. I'm sorry, Joe. He was portrayed by actor Joseph Hudgens. Just for if you're keeping track at home.
Oh, okay, good. That was going to be my next question.
Okay.
Finally, I've seen it 40 times. Flash, Flesh, or Flush?
It's gotta be Flash.
Flush.
The answer is Flush. I've never seen either of these.
Oh.
All right. I remember there were like these hills wherever they shot it in England or something in Flesh Gordon. There were these hills that looked like genitals that they would like. Yeah, I mean, I just have like just vague recollections of Flesh Gordon.
I want to watch it.
I rented it in college once, and I was like, "What is it supposed to be? Is it for people who are kind of horny but don't want to feel guilty because it's supposed to be funny?" I didn't really understand it.
Have you thought about revisiting it, Caitlin, as an adult?
Oh yeah, I
okay.
think I've seen it as an adult, but not in a very long time. I just remember there being sex rays instead of a ray gun. So
let's have a double feature at the Wexner, like Flash and Flesh Gordon.
I like it.
Have you guys learned anything from this?
As usual, no.
But it exceeded your expectations, though, right?
Oh yeah, I loved it. Yeah. Have you learned anything, Rick?
Actually, I have. Today, we saw a group of extraordinary individuals join together and give their group a memorable name. It's a bold claim, Defenders of the Earth. But were they really? For example, Flash Gordon flew his rocket through our planet's fragile atmosphere, generating untold quantities of pollution. He would also puncture Earth's delicate ozone layer with his phallic starship again and again. Meanwhile, the Phantom oversaw a kingdom that subjugated the local population by playing on their superstations. It was not in his interest to let this indigenous society expand, grow, and learn to make more efficient, sustainable, and eco-friendly choices. And I have it on good authority that neither Lothar nor Mandrake separated out their recycling from their trash. So while these heroes accept adulation, riding in carbon-spewing open-top limos as non-reusable confetti was dropped on their motorcade, one might wonder just how committed they were to their name. Sure, they are the defenders of the Earth, but who will defend the Earth from them? And that's why I always say, the more you battle is twice the knowing.
That was a profound one. Yeah,
profound as hell. Yeah.
It was. Maybe we should call our viewers, instead of calling them lookers, you should call them Ricks. Just for this season.
Season 2, yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Ricks?
Wasn't Rick the biggest name in the 80s? Like, Rick was like the name. Wasn't there?
Yeah.
Like, wasn't everybody named Rick? Like, Rick was a hot name back then.
Yeah.
Do people go by Rich now, or Richard?
There's no Ricks anymore. I know one Rick, and it's just kind of weird that he's a Rick. He should have been born in like 83. Or he should have been an adult in 83.
My next pet, I think, is going to be named Rick, based on this cartoon. I'm declaring it now.
You can run down the courthouse and change Marty's name to Rick. You just run down the courthouse.
All right.
It's It's just a little.
There's a notary public at my bank. I'll just go there.
Yeah, talk to him.
All right.
I think this went pretty well, considering I didn't watch the cartoon until an hour before we started filming. So
that's the best way to do it. Yeah.
And it's fresh. It's fresh in everybody's minds.
Exactly. All right. Nice work, everybody. Until next Shaturday. Happy Shaturday, everybody.
Happy Shaturday.